Hi, everyone. I'm Mike Donnelly with Barrier-Free Contractors. This is the Accessible Barrier-Free Home channel, and I combine it with the Accessing My Home podcast. I kind of get two for the price of one, which is great. We're speaking and collaborating with some of the best experts in the mobility world, advocating and promoting fantastic accessibility solutions for those with mobility challenges. Today, we're speaking with Mike Ortiz, owner of Stars and Stripes Mobility, Inc. out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. And Mike is an expert on installing many exceptional mobility products, specifically for mobility challenged individuals and their caregivers. Mike, thanks for doing this with us today. I appreciate it.
Of course, my pleasure.
That's great, man. Okay. So, Mike, if you don't mind, if you could kind of just give us some expertise on ceiling lifts and hoists. Tell us what you do in your day-to-day stuff when you're installing these things.
Oh, great. Yeah, ceiling lifts are great. So basically, people do their search online. They come across certain things, these barrier-free homes. And one of the things that Stars and Stripes is able to provide are ceiling lifts. Many times people are, unable to get out of their bed. They can't move around about their house. And they want to live in all aspects of their home. They don't want to be confined to one area. So what we're able to do is take them, install a track system on the ceiling that would pick up, like a hoist ring would pick up, I'm sorry, I lost it, but I can't think of the word right now, of course. But basically it picks them up out of bed, and it transfers from room to room in the house, especially when it comes to hygiene and all that stuff. We have to be able to take a shower, brush our teeth, use the toilet. So a lot of the times it goes from the bedroom, which could be a bathroom next door to their room, or let's say like in the back of the house, and you got to get them up and take them on a long trip to the back of the house.
Michael, I've seen some of your work, and this is not an easy process. I mean, to do what you have to do to secure that ceiling lift, explain what you have to go through from a contractual standpoint.
Okay, so basically these get mounted into the ceiling, and of course the weight has got to be distributed across the joist in the attic. So we need attic access. We need plenty of fans, especially here in Florida because it is hot. And we go in and we assess the area, check for, whatever air conditioners are in the way, so we can make accommodations for that. But what we do is we take like a unistrut, superstrut, and that spans 3 joists in that particular spot and where the ceiling lift is being hung. And what that does is it distributes the weight evenly instead of just on one spot downward pressure. It calculates it across the 3 beams.
Well, that's really interesting.
Yeah, and then they have those, I believe it's anywhere from, we had the choice of anywhere from 18 to 24-inch span before the next anchoring point. So when you get up there, it kind of looks like a little bit of a maze. There's a lot of metal up there crossing these beams. We screw them down so they can't pivot or move while, whatever weight is being lifted for that particular lift. So it's basically nut and bolt right through the ceiling. It does get a little messy. People always say, "Oh, you're going to paint and all that," but we do everything from nuts to bolts. We're not just mobility experts. We have other expertise in anything that we need as far as spackling, painting, to make the job 100% complete satisfaction.
I've seen some of your work, Mike. You do a great job. Let me ask you a question regarding what if you can't get attic access? How do you address it?
Unfortunately, if there's no attic access, those same superstruts, unistruts they call them, are then installed on the ceiling in the bedroom. And again, across 3 beams to support the weight evenly. Or they have other options where we can go from wall to wall inside the room, excuse me, and that would be, X amount of inches above the head. And it's all different types of tracking systems.
Can you tell me how many of these you've done over the years?
I want to say at least 15 to 20 a year, easily.
That's amazing. I've seen some of these children. I say children; they're not all children, but they're bedridden essentially, and without what you're doing, the caregivers go through a nightmare trying to take care of these kids.
That's what I always try to explain to whoever's in need of a barrier-free home, is the fact that not only are we taking care of the client or the customer, we're also addressing to taking care of the health aid and the home aid, because the last thing we need is another person injuring themselves by moving a person around at different rates.
Yeah.
So I always explain that, hey, just think, we're always looking out for every aspect of the person who has to deal with the individual that is in need.
And it's an unbelievable problem. I don't care how strong you are, your back is eventually going to give out.
Oh, yes. Yeah, of course. And it gets very hot in those attics here in Florida.
Well, I got to tell you, the service that you're providing is something really special. And it's a specialty item. And I know you work with Israel from one-on-one mobility on a lot of these things. And between you guys got it down to a science. And you're making.
Oh, yeah, we know each other well. We work off each other. It's great to have a big team of just even from other companies just working together to provide this medical equipment and provide barrier-free homes to whoever's in need.
Well, I want to thank you for bringing this a little bit to light for us, because people just don't know what you go through. So I want to thank you for your expertise. And I want for people to understand that Mike's insight is of great value. And if you would, please subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to receive our new videos as they get posted. Michael, thank you a bunch, bud.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Have a good one.
You too.